The fix is in to broadcast the forecast beforehand, washing brains and cortisol on command. I've seen the blueprints behind the plans. We all come together in the end, whether it's big dreaming, kicking and screaming, or side by side, arm in arm as friends. Perspective lost, gutter balls tossed, and the last dragon is slain. There's no shame in stealing the last unicorn's horn as long as the profit margins keep you in the black and you're on the winning side of the attack. Are you truly free if it costs you every ounce of your security? It's ironically hilarious how precariously those two are inextricably linked, as politicians wink. As long as your civic virtue is guided far from independent think. I've heard it said, your hand is red if all you're doing is pointing out the holes in the bridge. So here's something to try and help us get over this indifferent ridge. If the best it gets is tolerance of indifference, then tolerate me for being different. Just like I tolerate you for thinking I should die for not getting behind the same lies and deluding myself into believing we're part of the same tribe, as long as we're keeping other people out. Dividing people east, west, north, and south. We are all one. We all rise and fall under the same sun and moon, whether or not we march to the same tune. The things that make us the same are greater than the shame of deluding ourselves into thinking our differences create a greater divide. No, I'm not talking about ignorance correlated to pride. If you're secure in who you are, you're fine to let other people shine, however they do. I will happily fill you in with this clue. Fascism, separatism, elitism. If the basis of comparison is solely the thing that separates misery from what stings is when these illusions of what divide us as people are used to our detriment and get us war-bent. If an enemy exists, it lies within us. If division needs to happen within our individuation, it needs to start at the source, of course. I know the mirror is more difficult than the ease of externalization, and empathizing our universal truths proves inconvenient. I can definitely appreciate how easy it is to stipulate us versus them. It's a slippery slope when you start to use the rope as a noose. I don't believe people exist to be opened at the wrist for their juice if they don't fall within the parameters of pre-prescribed diameters. If there's any truth, I know it's this: to love my fellow human being rather than disassociate. The outcome's worth the wait. There probably aren't many, if any, platitudes that hold the water of gratitude when we don't see each other's rights as human. When the strong carry the weak into tomorrow, we all feel less density of sorrow, and the meek don't need to beg, steal, or borrow. I know it's easier said than done to see us all as one instead of having an axe to bury. If your shoulders can bear it, have a torch to carry the light, to light the way and carry us from the fray.